to the skies, 'cause we're gonna have a taste of the good life. Here we go up. We're gonna rock this world till it goes up. Yeah, we're gonna live the good life. Yeah, we're gonna do it all night. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight,
We're gonna live the good life. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Onyx here at Going Full Nerd. Oh, yes. We're living a good life. Welcome to the month of June. Yes, the month of June. And I guess it's time for me to fade the music out and start talking and doing our thing. So, it is what it is. It's, it is what it is. What's happening? What's going on? I'm glad to see that everyone is out and about enjoying this summer time. Well, whatever. It's summertime, okay? So, we got to figure stuff out. It's movie season. It's rabbit season. It's duck season. It is what it is. But we're gonna continue doing what we do. We're gonna continue to go full nerd. Now, I know. I've been slacking. I've been slacking on a lot of stuff. But today we are going to actually get a review of a movie. I'm gonna try to do my best not to spoil it. And the movie we're going to review is what? Top Gun Maverick. Let me say, Top Gun what? Maverick. That's right. Top Gun Maverick. We're going to talk about it. You saw the title to the video before you even walked in. 36 years later, now with more Tom Cruise. Woo, Tom Cruise, this dude. This dude is definitely a vampire. But before we even get into any of that, let's hit the shameless plug. What's up, everybody? It's shameless plug time. So thanks for checking out the podcast, Going Full Nerd. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe everywhere possible. So look for Going Full Nerd on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, goingfullnerd.com, and my Twitter handle, ONYXXX1969. You can also listen to the audio version on its home, Anchor.fm, but also on Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcast listening pleasure. Hey guys, let's get on with the show. And getting on with the show is what we do. I'm looking at the comments. Y'all got jokes, right? Y'all got the mad jokes. But anyway, hey, Low Cuts, I'm not early today. I'm actually on time for a change. See, because, normally I'm on CP time. And I'm sitting there struggling like, oh, God, this isn't, the button's not working. That's how I normally am. But today, whoosha, we got to, bring it in a little bit. But before we get into stuff, we did the shameless plug. Everybody was that. I'm doing something for some of you out there. And the old school channel watchers, y'all know what's coming up. Because I'm doing a movie review. We're getting what? Top 5 box office. So top 5 box office U.S. domestic for the weekend of June 3rd through the 5th. 3rd through the 5th. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3rd through the 5th. Coming in at number 1, we got the movie that we are reviewing today. Top Gun Maverick. Okay? Pulling in $86 million. Now, this is to show you how still the movie industry is hurting. Coming in at number 2 is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It only pulled $9.3 million. Then followed by the Bob's Burger movie, $4.5 million, which that should have just been on HBO Max. I'm not even going to go there. You got the animated feature known as The Bad Guys, pulling in $3.3 million. Then you've got, last but not least, what every brother wants to tear up the name. It is not Downtown, it is Downton. Downton Abbey, A New Era, pulled in $3 million. So that's your top 5 U.S. domestic box office for this week, as provided by Box Office Mojo by IMDb Pro. They are not a sponsor. I just like reading the stuff from their website. Anyway, another thing, getting through the administrative stuff. Hey, last year, and everybody remembers, we do the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. That's where, when people get memberships, when people leave super chats and leave money on this account, if they choose to do so, I put it towards Extra Life, which is in support of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, which gets it to Children's National Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Now, I've been doing it for about 8 years now. For the last 4 years, I've gotten a medal for my effort. 3 years, I got gold medals. 2021 was a rough year for all of us. It was messed up because, everybody's been in a financial bind. Everybody's not, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Gas prices up, baby formula is in a shortage. We got all sorts of crazy stuff going around, but we still got a medal. We only got the silver medal for last year, but it's kind of cool. I share this with each and every one of you. 2021 from our game stream, and hopefully that's the light doesn't glare too much. Wanted to share with you guys, and it goes back up on the wall with the rest of the medals. I mean, we came in second place, y'all. Come on, man. We got silver. We got to do better this year. So links will eventually make their way onto Twitter, onto Facebook, into a video on the channel, and we'll figure something out. Right. That's how we do. We gonna come through for the kid. That's what we do here. Right. So let's talk about Top Gun Maverick. 475 and 11. Yeah. Well, we have 499 right outside of DC. You go into DC, you're over $5, and that's for regular. But yet, I got enough gas in my system. No, let me stop. Here's the deal. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's start talking about Top Gun Maverick. 36 years ago, the year was 1986. Your boy Onyx was graduating high school with a few of you here in this room. People were making choices. They were going to college or they were going in the military. And Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, they were stars of a movie that sparked a generation. They were part of 100% true 80s fashion, man. I mean, what did you have? You had Tom Cruise, one of the most beautiful men alive. Let me say it like that. I don't even know how to describe. How do you describe Tom Cruise, man? Tom Cruise is a vampire. This dude don't seem like he aging. I don't know, man. But then you got him. You got Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, that's my mug right there. Dude was hard. He was hard. Iceman was hard in the OG Top Gun. Come on. We know. So let's get out there. 36 years later, we finally get the sequel to Top Gun, which it shouldn't have been 36 years later because the movie was delayed. COVID, shooting, Tom Cruise, old ass, breaking bones, all sorts of stuff, right? But we ended up getting this movie, Top Gun Maverick. This is a movie that in the time of recovering from COVID, high gas prices, people ain't got no money, pulled $86 million this weekend. And honestly, they pulled money last weekend because it opened last weekend during the holiday. So here's the thing. Now, I'm looking at the comments, and I'm going to sit here and say, yes, yes, Top Gun influenced a generation to go into the military service. Now I see my man Ed fully geeking out. He's in here, and they said, he said, that's what made me want to go in the Navy. Yo, I feel for you, brother. Yo, Top Gun did not make me want to go to the Navy. Just like Full Metal Jacket did not make me want to go to the Marines. I joined the Army. It wasn't, and I didn't even go. This was '86. I graduated high school in '86. I'm dating myself now. Okay, my crew knows. You know, '86. Boom, we was out. All right, I went away to college. They didn't influence me to go in the Navy. Let me tell you. It came down to it. Top Gun is cool, but I did realize something, and I knew something. Everybody ain't gonna fly planes. Somebody got to be on the boat. Somebody need to be on the boat. And I'll be honest with you, that's too much. That's too much water, man. I love. Don't worry, I love getting in a bathtub. I'm not gonna be stinky, but that was too much water, man. It is too much water. Oh man, see, combat engineer. See, you did stuff that you wasn't supposed to be doing. See, combat. They blow stuff up. See, people go into combat engineer. Oh, engineer, we built. No, engineers blow up stuff in the military. It is what it is. I know. But anyway, or was it the YMCA song? Yo, come on, man. Come on. I got some Navy jokes, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But here goes the thing. This movie right here, this was the ultimate Rob movie back in the day, the OG Top Gun. And I'll be honest with you, everybody was emotionally into the Top Gun movie when Goose died. Let's I'm not spoiling it. Yo, the movie came out in 1986, so if I'm spoiling the OG Top Gun, I'm sorry, you had time. You had time. So here's the thing. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. And take a sip on this. So Top Gun. Back then, that was hype. Man, that was straight 100% hype. Dogfights, Cold War, we fighting Russians. This was like just, ooh, man. When I say this was the ultimate in macho man movies, shirtless volleyball on the beach. Singing Great Balls of Fire on a piano. That was, the 80s was a time. So some of you who wasn't around in the 80s, y'all don't understand this. Y'all don't get it. But I get it. I was there. I was in the 80s. I remember the 80s. And this was hot. That's why I'm wearing the Smurf shirt. I know the Rocco Modern Life is from like the 90s, but it was 92, so it's kind of close to the 80s. It is what it is. Okay, so let's get on. So 36 years later, we get a sequel. Set up for the sequel, not a problem. This is not a spoiler. Tom Cruise is back playing Pete Maverick, and he is a Navy captain. Now, a Navy captain, I'm breaking down for my Army military, that's the equivalent of a colonel. All of his boys made admiral. So my line is this. You've been in 36 years, pissed a few people off, and could never make admiral. And you was a badass in the OG movie. Wow. But they brought back a lot of little things and nuances in this one that was pretty damn cool. You had a lot of flashback scenes. You got a history on why he never got promoted. You got all that good stuff in this film. You brought back Maverick. You brought back Iceman, okay? And you introduced a lot of new characters. You got new characters like Bob, Rooster, Hangman, Phoenix, and these are pretty dang decent. And as always, yes, Fully Geeking Out said it, you don't get promoted in the military your ass hitting the street. So they ain't gonna just keep, oh no, we gonna have you go here. Nah, we gonna have you. Yo, if he made it through the 90s and didn't get caught by a reduction in force, man, please. Please, 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 please. Yes, of course. They would have kicked his ass smooth out. It is what it is. Yeah, he went through the Philadelphia experience. No, he didn't go through, but that was a good ass movie. Oh man, I might have to rewatch that and do a ultimate review on that one. You know, talk about the bad special effects compared to today. But anyway, let's continue on. What did I think of Top Gun Maverick? Now, here's the deal. The premise behind the whole story is, you know, you got, and they really did not say who it was. You know, when they made the film, you couldn't say it was the Russians, but this was the Russian. You know, it is what it is. I mean, if you can't have a Top Gun movie without fighting the Russians, man. I mean, I don't care. The Cold War ended, but Cold War starting back up. There's all sorts of crap going on in the world today. So it is what it is. So now you got this. He comes in. He's the only quote unquote Top Gun pilot that could do this, did this, do this, do this. So they brought him back to train the next generation of Top Gun pilots to do this ultra hype top secret mission, which throughout the way they kind of built up to it to show where he was qualified to do this and go all the way up into the movie. The caveat to this is what they've done is they actually took the time to go rewatch the original Top Gun. And then what they did is instead of making it a Tom Cruise centric film, they just went ahead. Yes, it's still a Tom Cruise centric film, but what we're going to do is close out some things, show how he matured somewhat and why he's the way he is now when you show this character in a short, you know, just basically stuck in his progression. And I think they did an excellent job of it. Okay. I mean, you had action sequences in this movie that were straight fire. Anytime they got into an airplane in this movie, you legit would sit on the edge of your seat. Now, before this movie came out, a lot of people would have been like, oh, Top Gun Air Force. No, because there's planes. And what I like is they kind of address a few things. They address one of the greatest things that there are some Navy people who know nothing about boats. That might be a spoiler. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's cool. But here's the deal. This movie had elements of the original Top Gun in it. They also had a good emotional throwback to the original Top Gun. Plus, they also had some independent story elements that were pretty good that kind of moved it forward. And, you know, you had your tear jerking moments, you had your action on the edge of the seat moments, you had your character development moments. So this movie basically had it all. Was it perfect? No, it was not perfect. I am not going to sit here and say this movie was a 5 out of 5. But what I will say about this movie is that is exactly what should have been released earlier in the pandemic if you were trying to get people back in the movie theaters. This is a movie that must be, should be, has to be enjoyed on a big screen. You've got to go see this film. This movie comes highly recommended by your boy Onyx going full nerd. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for a story, and that's true. I am a sucker for a good story. This movie was exactly that, a good story. Now, there are some things that took away from it in having a 5 out of 5. One of the things, Tom Cruise running. Every movie, Tom Cruise gotta be in a full fucking sprint. He's got to be in a full sprint. And he runs. And he's always run like an old ass man. I'm an old man. I'm going to sit here and say what he does. He had his belly out and he had that Tom Cruise trot. That Tom Cruise, where the arms are going like this, the belly's kind of, his chest is out. And it's hilarious. And if you have seen he does it in everything. He did it in Mission Impossible. He did it in Top Gun. He does it in any action movie he's in. He did it in Vanilla Sky. He did that run. And it looks hilarious. But you could tell Tom Cruise is a dude that if he takes off running, you know it's Tom Cruise. You know it's Tom Cruise. Yo, we get in a foot race, you put a mask on everybody, and we take off running, it's Tom Cruise. You know Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise's sprint is as iconic as that little TikTok thing they doing with the Captain Jack Sparrow run. That's the only other person that got a running motion that's as crazy as Tom Cruise. And that's Johnny Depp playing Captain Jack Sparrow when he does that run like this with the hand. It is right. Yeah, Days of Thunder. He did that run. Every movie he's in, Days of Thunder. Damn, I love Days of Thunder. Yo, I'm gonna sit here. I'm a Tom Cruise fanboy. I'll be honest. But he doesn't get a perfect 5 out of 5 for this film. The run is part of it. Then the second part is, sometimes his expression is a little bit off. His expression isn't, conveying the emotion that I thought it should inside of this movie. But that's cool. That's Tom Cruise. All right. When Tom Cruise is excited, when he's going through some crazy stuff and he's got that deranged look, that's some good ass Tom Cruise. But when you're trying to get a little emotional connection and something where he's kind of pouring his heart out, I really don't see it. Maybe if somebody's seen it in another movie, you can tell me that. And always, I look at a Tom Cruise film and I think they got it written in his contract. He got to get some tail in every movie he does. He gets, I don't know of a movie where Tom Cruise didn't hook up with somebody. I mean, I at the top of my head, I can't think of any movie Tom Cruise didn't get any tail. If anybody could let me know on Twitter. I'd love to hear it. Or in the comment section, not so much the live chat, but commenting on the video. Is there a movie where Tom Cruise either did not do the Tom Cruise sprint or hooked up with a female character for a booty call? Please let somebody know. Let me know. I haven't watched every movie in the world, but I watched enough. But I can't remember a movie he didn't do one or both of those things. Just let me know. So, 36 years later, Rooster should be in the... Yeah, that's another problem. Okay. Okay, so cat's out the bag. I'm not going to spoil it. Rooster, you could tell by the look, the mustache, and the trailers, that's Goose's son, Nick, because there's some tension. Here goes the thing. My man, you said it. You said a mouthful. If you look at it, so we're talking 86. We're talking 36 years later, and Rooster's son is looking like he's maybe 40 at the most. But here goes my problem. This is my issue. Let's see this. The actor that played, how old is Miles Teller? Okay, how old? Let me see something. How old is Miles Teller? So Miles Teller is 35 years old. Miles Teller, who played Rooster inside of Top Gun, is not old enough in real life Oh, Jesus. The man was born after Top Gun came out. Mm. We're right back at the Philadelphia experiment. Time travel's a bitch, y'all. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yo, but for you, you brought it up. So, okay, so he got no tail and taps. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, so risky business. But no, well, see, but you got to remember now, Bob was a gunner, not a pilot. Bob was a weapons expert. Okay, but little added note: the character that played Bob is the real life son of my man that was the president in Independence Day flying the fighter. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah, maybe. Bill Pulliam's son? Yeah. Anyway, whatever, man. That's just stuff, it is what it is. It is what it is. But here's the thing. You know, and I know a couple of pilots that don't have perfect vision. Them jokers got glasses now. Hey, correctable. Hey, who knows, man? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. But Bob, you know, it just surprised me. Bob was able to laze the target. Yo, did y'all it? Top Gun Maverick took hints from Top Gun, the original, but it also had some Star Wars elements. If you were there to hit some T9, hit some, was that some Womp Rats? Yo, it is what it is, man. But yo, I know we're still waiting to see what your boy gave it, since I did not give it a 5 out of 5, but I'm telling you, it is a must see. So, out of 5, what I give it is actually 4.25, 4.25. This movie was very, very good, though it was not perfect. There are little things that tick your boy off. It wasn't a perfect movie. It was a very good movie. It was well worth the money I paid to go see it in a theater. That's the key. If you could see this in the theater, if you're feeling comfortable enough to go into a theater right now, go see this movie. It is what it is. I know there's people that's still not comfortable enough to go out, go into theaters, be out in public in groups, large groups, and things like that. And I understand that. It is what it is. Everybody's going to do what they do. In the time that things are going from the movie theater to streaming services has greatly shortened just so these studios can make money. I mean, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is getting ready to hit Disney Plus in less than a month, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of cool. But the thing about it is, if you can't see it in the theater, go see it in the theater. Like I said, the action sequences are awesome. So, what is the better movie, Red Tails or Top Gun Maverick? I'm going to be honest with you. Red Tails was a good movie. Let's get this going. If you're talking action with the dogfights and stuff, but Top Gun Maverick used a lot of practical effects. There was a lot of times that the airplanes inside of Top Gun Maverick were actually real planes that were flying and not the CGI. Whereas inside of Red Tails, you would have had a lot of CGI and the such, which is pretty darn cool. So it is what it is. Now, Top Gun Maverick also, it took a lot of elements that I remember. You remember Iron Eagle with Louis Gossett Jr.? It reminded me a little bit of that, because they were using the old planes to do what they had to do and not the latest technology. It's pretty cool. It's awesome. It is what it is. But what can we expect from Top Gun? What I can't say we can expect from Top Gun Maverick, they introduced a lot of new characters. They used a lot of young stars that'll probably be the next step in Hollywood and or streaming services. So here goes my thing. It was a coming of age story. It was a closeout of a lot of the characters we fell in love with back in 1986 when the original Top Gun came out with Iceman, Maverick. I wish they would have shown Merlin and the rest of those guys and what happened. But here goes my key. You've introduced these new Top Gun pilots. Let's create a scenario in a movie where we don't have Tom Cruise and we can explore the rest of this. Bring Rooster back. Bring Rooster into a new movie, Top Gun, The Next Generation, whatever, but you got to get it done right. Start it over. Don't go crazy. Jerry Bruckheimer blows up shit. Jerry Bruckheimer blew up a lot of shit in this one, but he blew it up with a purpose and kept it. He didn't go full Michael Bay on us, which is awesome. Awesome. But anyway, guys, I'm at the end of my rope. We're at 30 minutes. You know I try not to go over 30 minutes. It's been great. Yo, yo, welcome, man. Welcome. You have never been on here before chatting. We welcome you to the fold. Please remember, memberships are open. Only 99 cents. Be a member. Cool stuff. Follow me on Twitter, ONYXXX1969. Send me messages. Tom Cruise. Yo, leave Tom Cruise in an electro. Yo, I liked that movie. The day after, I liked that movie. I liked it. Don't act. The review is here on my channel. Go back in the videos. I like that movie. But anyway, as always, if you can't say something nice to somebody, don't say it. Don't say it. Send it to me. Let me say it for you. Anyway, as we always say, peace, y'all. I'm out of here. Let's hit that funky outro music because we are all still fly.
But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly.
Let's go. Oh. Yo, it would help if I press the right button, right? Hey, whoa. Is this, dang, what the? Oh man, what did I do? Inside out. All right now. Yo, y'all know I need to be a little bit bigger. Say it with your chest. Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's been cool. I really enjoy each and every one of you. Welcome, Maverick. Yo, I hope I pronounced it right, but I'm glad you joined. Hey, if you come back, you watch this, you got a shout out. But there'll be a subscribe button right here. Click subscribe. Join every Sunday for the most part, 6 p.m. We're on live talking about something. We got some cool stuff that really came out. Yo, The Boys Season 3 started. We're already inside of Obi-Wan on Disney Plus, doing the reviews on those incrementally. And we got Ms. Marvel debuting on Disney Plus that's getting ready to go. I'll tell you right now, I watched the first episode of The Boys, and whoa, we might have to do a members only first about The Boys, because there's going to be a lot of cussing because there's a lot of adult, and I still got to watch the rest of Stranger Things. I only got through the first episode, and that, boom, blew my mind. All right, that's it. See what happens when you stay around during the credits? Isn't that cool? You get a lot of extra stuff. So, Stranger Things, Ms. Marvel, Obi-Wan, oh man, and Jurassic Park is coming out next week. So, It's my time. Later.